The Collection Blu-ray box sets are my favourite pieces of Doctor Who merchandise. Unfortunately, not everyone can experience them, as, well, they're quite expensive. However, the one part we can all experience are the trailers made for each season, which are released on the Doctor Who YouTube channel. These trailers don't just show off what's in the box set, they are also fun minisodes featuring actors either playing themselves or reprising their roles as companions or doctors. Because these trailers are all so different and amazing, I thought it would be fun to rank them all today. Now, before I start, I have some things I need to clarify. Firstly, this won't include the Season 12 trailer, because it wasn't a specially shot minisode like the others, it was just a regular trailer. Also, none of these trailers are bad at all. Inevitably, one will rank as the lowest, but that doesn't make it bad by any means. This ranking will be based on how fun the trailer is to watch and rewatch, and how unique it is. This list is based on the trailers alone and won't be changed by my thoughts on a particular season, so I can love a season but still rank that particular trailer low. Also, I ought to mention that this video is being made in March 2021 and will inevitably become outdated, so to prevent anyone from asking where a certain trailer is, all the trailers included are for seasons 19, 18, 10, 23, 26, 14, 8, and 24. The final thing is that if you want to watch these trailers yourself, I have left a playlist in the description. Only thing I'll say is that the playlist is backwards in terms of when the trailers were released. But, with all that out the way, here is my ranking for the Collection Blu-ray box set trailers.
Because he left with a promise that one day he'd be back. Wicked.
Unfortunately, in 8th place is the Season 26 trailer. Shame I had to put one of my favourite seasons trailer at the bottom, but like I said, the season doesn't affect the trailer ranking. Like I also said at the start, this isn't a bad trailer at all. The main issue with this trailer is that when compared to the rest, it isn't as good in my eyes. Whilst it is amazing to have Sophie Aldred reprise her role as Ace, she doesn't really do much for me. All that really happens is that Ace stares out of a building and talks about her time with the Doctor. This isn't a new adventure for the character like the Pertwee trailers, nor is it a particularly unique or interesting idea. It's just a bit bland, really. It also isn't very funny. The only time I laughed was at this scene because the commentary felt weird compared to the visuals.
Be a team.
I was honestly hesitant to even include it, as it is mostly just a trailer for the season itself, like Season 12. But I still included it because it has specially shot scenes and new commentary by Ace over everything. Apart from that, it's not particularly interesting. But like I said, it's not a bad season at all. The cinematography is absolutely incredible. Ace is as awesome as ever, and as a trailer, it does still work really well and gets you excited for the box set and the season as a whole. Unfortunately, the main issue with it is that it isn't as good as the other season's trailers. But I think this being at the bottom shows how great these trailers really are.
Why not join our annual voyage into E-Space? The E is for excellent.
In 7th place is the Season 18 trailer. The reasons for this being so low is for similar reasons to Season 26. It's quite dull when compared to the rest, as it's just Tom Baker's soothing voice doing a travel documentary. However, the only reason it's better at the moment is because the whole travel documentary is actually a really creative idea and fits with the idea of the TARDIS. I much prefer this more unique take on the trailer instead of having a character stare out a window and talk. It also does a good job in getting you excited for the season as a whole, as well as the box set. Another reason as to why it's better than 26 is that it contains some Easter eggs for the Faceless Ones, Voyage of the Damned, and Kablam, all of which are stories I love. Even though I do prefer this to Season 26, it's still quite basic and not very funny, but I still think it's more unique than Season 26, so that's why it's slightly better.
Right then. This one's for the doctor.
In 6th place is the Season 10 trailer. Whilst the previous 2 trailers were good, from here on, every trailer is fantastic. This trailer has Katie Manning reprise her role as Jo Grant, where her and Clifford Jones from the Green Death defeat a bunch of maggots in a shed. That premise alone sounds great, and well, it really is. It's really neat to have a full-on minisode showing the life of the Joneses after the Green Death. And I now just want a spin-off of the two. Gah! The single reason why this trailer isn't higher up is because the minisode is way too short. Like I said, this is spin-off material, but it's over really quick. All that happens is the two arrive at the shed in Bessie, Jo looks cool, the actual trailer begins, and they defeat the foe off screen. TLDR, this is still quite low on the list because I just wanted more from it, but it was still fantastic. The Devil's End reference at the end was a nice Easter egg though. Oh, and Katie Manning is a goddess.
Run!
In 5th place is the Season 8 trailer. Honestly, my reasoning for this trailer's placement is exactly the same as Season 10's. It is still really unique to have a full minisode showing the life of the Joneses after the Green Death, and I still want a spin-off of the two. However, it is still on the lower half of this list because, once again, well, it's a bit short and the threat is defeated off-screen again. And, well, I just wanted more. However, I prefer this one to Season 10 because, despite it being quite short, it is still longer than Season 10's. Plus, the threat is greater, and it's also funnier.
Are we ever gonna have a normal weekend?
It is also great to see the Autons back, as they haven't appeared on screen since 2010 or something. So it's nice to see them back, even if it is only for a trailer. Oh, and Katie Manning is still a goddess.
Excuse me, this plane is going to Heathrow, right?
I really, really need to get back to Heathrow.
Hey, that's my line.
In 4th place is the Season 19 trailer. This is definitely the second most unique and creative concept for a trailer. The idea of showing the trailer through an airline safety video which ties into one of the stories, in this case Time Flight, is genius. Some of the ways they showed off the special features, like by saying you may receive breathlessness from the updated visuals, is really clever in my eyes. And I also just love the Heathrow part at the end. The main reason why this isn't any higher is that, once again, it is a bit short, and I'm also really confused as to whether this is canon or not, seeing as it's called Javanka Airlines, but there are clear fourth wall breaks. I think I shouldn't let that last point affect anything though, as I'm probably thinking about it too much. So yeah, that means the only problem is that it's a bit short and quite limited in what it is, but I still really enjoy it.
What are you in here for?
Marrying Brian Blessed.
Fair enough.
In 3rd place is the Season 23 trailer. Whilst the idea of putting the 6th Doctor, well, it's actually Colin Baker in this case, on trial may seem obvious for the season, it is still creative and really fun. Especially because Colin was only there because of an unpaid parking fine. Colin Baker is quite simply amazing in this. He seems like a really funny guy in real life, and it definitely shows here, as it makes what is usually quite boring, in this case a trial, into something really funny and rewatchable beyond belief. I absolutely love that Colin is basically imagining he is still with the Time Lords when he's presenting his evidence, as he claims it's from The Matrix. And then it perfectly cuts to a quick trailer of the actual season. I also love the ending as Con still ends up in prison with Nicola Bryant. It's great. The only reason that it's not higher though is because I prefer the next two. Yep, there isn't a definitive reason for this one. I love it, and there's no major issues. Well, like I said at the start, the trial may seem like a bit of a basic idea, but still.
Kill Louise. Kill Louise. Kill Louise. Kill Louise. Kill Louise.
Yeah. Still got it.
In second place is the Season 14 trailer. I've always loved this one. It's not that creative in its ideas, but it's in second place simply because it's the most fun and the second most rewatchable one behind number 1. All it is Louise Jameson fighting a Vor robot. Yeah, I love it so much. This trailer actually has my favourite scene in any of these trailers.
Orders accepted.
I'll call you back.
I will mow the dog. I will vacuum Victoria's sponge. And I will kill Louise.
Not this again.
Love it. I don't know why I always chuckle at that. I just do. It is this high up because it is the most fun in my eyes and definitely one of the most rewatchable ones. And obviously it promotes the box set really well, but it's not the best because like I said, the concept is still pretty basic when compared to Javanka Airlines for instance. I still prefer it to it though because it's more fun. And with all the praise I've given all of these trailers, let's see which one is the best. Even though you already know which one's the best due to process of elimination, but still.
Doctor? Doctor?
Mel!
In first place is most definitely the Season 24 trailer. Funny how one of my least favourite seasons trailers is at the top. This trailer honestly has it all. The 24 Karat Dragon's Den parody is absolute genius and is the most unique and creative concept for a trailer. Like I said, Season 19 was the second most unique. This is the first. It is also the most rewatchable. I know this because, well, it's the one I rewatch the most. Having characters from most of the episodes promote something whilst inadvertently showing off the episode is really clever and gets you really excited for the actual season as well as the box set. Season 18 did something similar with its whole travel documentary thing, but I much prefer Season 24's attempt. It is still really funny. I laugh at Derek the Tetrap every time. But the main reason that this is easily my favourite is because of Sylvester McCoy properly reprising his role as the 7th Doctor. This isn't a silhouette, nor is it a disembodied voice, and it's also not the actors playing themselves, it is Sylvester McCoy playing the Doctor. And he returns to the role perfectly. Doing Big Finish for so many years definitely helped his return, and him looking significantly older with no one caring really opens a Pandora's box for classic Doctors to return in the 60th, despite the fact they've aged. That reason alone helps to secure its number 1 spot, but every other reason helps it, and it's gonna take something very special to beat this masterpiece, yes I said it, masterpiece of a trailer. It's super creative and unique, it's funny, it helped with a shot for Death in Paradise Towers, it somehow got me excited for my least favourite season, and it's also revolutionary, if you want to go that far. So that is why the Season 24 trailer is my favourite. So that was my ranking for all of the collection box set trailers. What did you think of my list? Did you agree or disagree? Feel free to put your ranking in the comments below, or you can make your own video if you want and then just link it. Be sure to like and subscribe as I want to try and do more of these professional lists again, and I'm really proud with this one. Until then, I will see you all later. Bye. Bye.